Hi. My name's Derek Glasgow. You might know already from the name of the YouTube channel. And I've decided that this will probably be the first video that I'm going to put on my Hugging Your Illness is what it's going to be called, but on my channel that I'm going to be documenting basically my trip through the healthcare system as a person without real insurance, well, that is covered luckily by the state that I live in, and able to receive excellent care that keeps me alive, plus the people that I meet, the healthcare professional that I meet. And it's not going to be like slamming healthcare professionals, because to be honest, 99.9% of the people I've met, and I've got a lot of stuff. I've got heart issues, I've got diabetes issues, I've got wound issues from a surgery that went poorly, and I'm about to have bariatric surgery, I hope, but I'll be getting into that later. So I know I have a lot of docs that I see. A lot of docs, a lot of nurses, a lot of technicians, a lot of people that I see in a month, and all of them have been great with the exception of one person, and even then it wasn't so terrible, and I'm not here to slam her. I'm sure she had a terrible day that day, and the last thing she wanted to do was at 3 o'clock in the morning change all of my bedding and give me a bath. However, I let her know that, her response wasn't appropriate. She said, "I can't believe you did this." And I said, "Well, I rang the bell and nobody came. And when nobody comes for half an hour and you have to pee and you don't have a urinal, this is what happens. So next time somebody rings the bell, don't just walk by the damn door. Come inside and see what's up." This would not have been a problem if that's what she would have done. But instead, I guess she decided, and the other staff decided that I could wait, and I did wait. And waited so long until me barely able to move, because not like I couldn't move because it was difficult, like I was unable to walk or move from my bed. So, and for whatever reason, they give you a urinal to pee with. And then they take said urinal after you use it, clean it, which is great, and then the next thing they do is leave it in the bathroom just in case you need it again. I can't walk, but I guess mind control works? I don't know. But there was an incident and it was terrible, and it got sorted out. But beyond that, one incident in many years, I think if you could spend your whole life and only have one bad incident in it, that's awesome. And I've been sick for a long time, and so that one bad thing I'm not losing sleep over it. It happened, and it makes everyone else, I think, instead of lowering my expectations for others, it makes the great care that I received otherwise even more great. So that's my bad experience, but the rest of it's been fairly awesome so far. The place that I am now, I'm going to be looking down because of an outline so I don't ramble, and I need to rein it in, so I have bullet points that I'll be discussing. I was waiting for an okay from my care team, so that means I have the endocrinology, they're down with it, they're excited for me to get the bariatric surgery, they want me to have it, they're fine. My cardiologist wants to make sure that my heart can sustain the surgery necessary, and I took a stress echo for that and a regular echo I've had, and so we're going to find out the results of that, I guess, soon. But they all looked positive when I got it done, and when I saw the results myself peeking on my chart, it looked good, but I don't know. I have a consult with them next month that they moved up because everything else is going through so well. I had a psychological evaluation to see if I was going to understand what was going on with the test, if I was going to be able to take the surgery, if I was going to be able to be well mentally when the surgery was finished and moving forward. And the first one I got was a no. They said because the situation I was currently in at that point in time was I was coming off of botched surgery that left me with a giant wound scar in the middle that's healing well, and an ostomy that once I've had a significant weight loss, they're going to be reattaching. So they felt that I was traumatized by the incident of my surgery. I didn't understand that as how that could be, because really I slept through the surgery, and not just the surgery. For the next almost 2 months, I was in medically induced coma, so I don't know what the trauma was supposed to be, but I saw someone, and there wasn't like they felt good about where I was. Then when my rest of my care team felt good about where I was mentally, but I continue to see them just in case, you want to be sure. Like, just because I don't know it doesn't mean that it's not there. So I saw someone, and she was fantastic, and we've worked on other things that I'm looking into that have some to do with the surgery, but more like my body image and stuff like that. And that'll be things that I may get into in other future videos. But where I am currently is the okay. So far everyone's been okay, and once I meet with a cardiologist, if they say it's okay, it's a go, because the nutritionist and dietary also think that it's okay and that it's a go, because I've been living by the diet that I've been set up with, and I've been doing okay with that. They feel that I will be positive, that I'll have positive results and be able to handle what's happening. Sugar-free lemonade. It's great. But I have this. Is the 3-week pre-weight loss surgery guidelines. So for them, what they want, which could be anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks actually, is I do not eat any foods. Do not eat any foods or calorie-containing beverages while you're on the surgery prep diet, unless they are mentioned below. If you do not follow this diet before surgery and lose weight, the surgeon may cancel your surgery. And that sucks. So that means adhere to this strictly. And this is, so. The first week, I am to replace 2 of my meals with a liquid meal, which is Boost or Carnation Instant Breakfast Essentials. Now, you think that's fine. I can do that. I'll just drink that. It's not just as simple as just drinking it. I received a dosing cup, and those of you that don't know what a dosing cup is, I wish I had one. I don't want to get up and get it. I should have brought it, but if you've ever taken cough medicine, that little cup that's on the top of it that you use to pour in the cough medicine, that's a dosing cup. That's the size cup that I get to drink either a cup of Carnation Instant Breakfast or Boost High Protein drink out of. I have to time myself and drink it. It's like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons every so many minutes until it's gone, and they say it should take about half an hour for me to get the whole thing in. And then after that, nothing. So I'm just going to replace 2 of my meals with that. So that's a half an hour twice a day of teaspooning Boost from basically a shot glass into my mouth for 2 meals. And then the other one can be basically their lean cuisines or smart ones, or what do they have, Fit Kitchen, Amy's Dinners, Healthy Choice. One of those can be a meal a day. That's 3 or 4 weeks before the surgery. Then, if you're on a 4-week plan or a 3-week plan. Then, 2 weeks, or weeks 2 and 3 before the surgery, that's when I replace all of the meals with Boost. So, it's not even Healthy Choice anymore, it's just all the meals through Boost. It says drink your liquid meal over 20 to 30 minutes, and drink only non-calorie containing beverages, water, Crystal Light, diet soda, tea between meals. It's important to stay hydrated. This will also help decrease your hunger between meals. If you are hungry between meals, I can eat 1/2 cup of any vegetable listed on the non-starchy vegetables handout, which I have. I can have a low-sodium chicken or beef broth. I can eat a sugar-free Jell-O or gelatin, and avoid social situations where food is a focus, or bring your liquid meal with you. Stay busy between meals. I write, and so staying busy means writing, which is great because I'm writing a lot now. Like, I'm getting a lot of stuff written because I need to take my mind off of food, and when I get hungry instead, I do that. And it's working out great so far, but it's only been 2 weeks that I've been doing it. Well, I've been writing for a long time, but it's only been 2 weeks that I've attached writing to busyness to keep me away from thinking about food, which is fine. It says ask a friend and if possible someone who lives with you, so that would be my husband, to try doing the liquid diet with me for support. When the dietitian said that to me, I laughed hard. I love my husband. He's a thin and fit man. He is not going to do this. I said, he's not doing this. And when I told him, he said, what? You want what? I was like, he is supportive in a million other ways. You cannot imagine the amount of support that he's giving me. When I was in the hospital with my surgery that had gone wrong and I was in that coma, he was there every day, even when I wasn't awake and I didn't know that he was there. He was there. So he's supportive. However, he loves food and I know he loves food, and he's so small. If he stopped eating food, he might blow away. But I'm gonna do this with me, and I know that though he's not gonna do it with me, he's gonna be really supportive about it getting done, and that's more than I can ask of anyone. Oh, my nose, I'm getting a little bit of a cold. Also, I have to check my blood sugar. Let's do a check right now and see where we are, because I was thinking about that. It's about time, because I'm gonna want to eat something shortly, I'm sure, and see how that all goes. But that is the pre-surgery action. Now, the post-surgery nutrition guidelines, as given to me by my hospital, are pretty much, they're very similar to the pre-surgery guidelines, but there are some slight changes. I drink 6 meals of Boost. Now, with that being said, that is not 6 new Boosts. That's the same amount of Boost. I just break it up into 6 meals a day, because by then my stomach will be little and it won't be able to hold as much. Plus, in the particular surgery that I'm getting, they remove the portion of your stomach that deals with hunger, or that you get hungry from. So they say if I do feel hungry after the surgery, it is probably not really hunger. It is probably emotional eating or something like that, because I shouldn't want to be hungry when the surgery is over. 152. And that's pretty steamy, but I also had a pear a little while ago. Well, I had half a pear, but it was still pear. A pear without coverage, so it was a rogue pear that received no insulin coverage because I was hungry, and when I tested then, I was 109, so meh. So looks like that. So also, I drink 6 meals of the Boost a day. That's the same thing over the same 20 to 30 minute period. I sip on calorie-free liquids between meals, and I have to have 64 ounces of calorie-free liquids in a day. Avoid straws, carbonated beverages, and chewing gum. So, no tea, no sodas, because I guess the gas in your stomach and the air is not good. I can see if they're chopping off bits of it. And then the vitamin that I take every day is that I've been taking since before, well, for the last like 6 months, I guess. The vitamins that I take every day, I still keep taking those because I guess I'll be taking those vitamins always. And then once after week 3, after week 3 of the surgery and my Boosts every day, I will go to solid foods first, and that is solid phase week 3 or 4 out of the soft diet, and it is lots of protein because you have to have it, and they say eat it first because they don't want you to fill up on other things, because your body needs a protein, one, to heal, and plus because it needs it to function, and so eat your proteins. And the proteins they have: soft proteins, cottage cheese, eggs, smooth yogurt, pureed chicken or turkey, baby food meats, or custard. So these are all things that I've enjoyed, so I don't think I'll have a problem with it. well, it's depending on how long it is, I'll find joy in baby food turkey, I'm sure. The vegetables, when this is all in 1/4 cup servings for dinner, so applesauce, banana, canned fruits, melons, berries, potatoes or sweet potato, well-cooked vegetables, carrots, beets, green beans, cauliflower, cooked cereal, oatmeal, cream of wheat, farina, baby food, fruits and vegetables. Also, something I think that I can enjoy. So that is the soft diet, and I'll have that for weeks 3 and 4 after the surgery. Now weeks 5 and 6 after that, I have soft, bland, and easy to digest foods. Which is basically like peanut butter, chicken or turkey, fish, tuna, legumes as proteins. And I may be blending them. I know that I'm going to probably be cooking them to death so they're good and mushy. Because that's a thing that, the one thing that I'm really terrified of is going too fast or like eating something that like my stomach is going to be cut and that's going to be sewn closed to a new thing. I do not want any of those stitches to go anywhere. I've seen what happens to me when things go rogue inside my body. It's called a medical coma and it's very scary. So I am on top of listening to this, and I may take it even slower than they suggest if it's better for me. I'm fine with that. No starch vegetables, then toast crackers. And they say a lot of people that have my surgery have a problem with bread, which is really the thing that makes me sad overall, because I love bread and pastas and starchy stuff, but apparently a lot of them can't handle it. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to go slow so that I may not be able to eat, crazy amounts of bread, but I want to like a dinner roll once, maybe twice a year. Geez, that would be awesome. Then we have week 7 and beyond. So that is me carrying out into the future. Any of the proteins that I were eating before weeks 3 and 6, tough meats, ground meats, pork, stuff like that. And they say chew everything really well. And I think that's going to be a thing that's going to be different for me because I'm not really a chewer. So, but chew everything really well, and I'll be chewing as much as I can. Then I can have celery and asparagus. I mean, celery I'm not going to miss, it's gross. Asparagus, though, I do love. So, and then corn. And one day I'll tell you a hilariously funny story about corn in an ostomy bag, but that's not today. We've got everything going like it should be going, and from now so far, we're doing well. Everything's been submitted to the insurance from my psychiatrist and the psychologist and endocrinologist and dietary, so we'll wait for cardiology, and once they get back to me, then I'll know. And once they know, I'll have a calendar date, and then once I have the calendar date, I start the diet, and I will be checking in about how that goes. Now that that is out of the way, we can get into what is currently happening with me. After my stress echo, which is a test that I hate, like, it's not fun. You run on a treadmill, and if you're a great big fat guy on a treadmill, it's not fantastic. And you don't really have to run if you're a great big fat guy. You just have to walk super fast up a hill, and nobody wants to do that. But the first time I took it, I was terrified. It was scary to me. I fell over on the bed. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to black out. I was really scared. But this time, aside from, like, the first time the staff was great too, but this time the staff was, like, really jovial, and we got along well, and there was a lot of talking, and everyone was really positive, saying that I could do it, and you're surrounded by, like, doctors and nurses. My cardiologist was there, just in case something does go wrong, and everyone's like, but you should feel safe, because you're surrounded by medical professionals. But then when you're me, you think, yeah, but they're all here in case something goes wrong. That means it's happened, and I don't want it to be me this time. So, I'm there, taking my test, and scared as normal, but I'm going, and it's doing okay, and the incline comes, and this time when the test is over, I fall to the bed, and yeah, I'm short of breath, and I can't breathe, and it's a little rough, but I wasn't as panicked, and I wasn't as afraid. I caught my breath faster, I felt good, and I think that's because I've been working out since November. It is now February. And it's not like I didn't go hard when I started. I started 2 days a week, Tuesday and Thursday at the gym with my husband. That's what we went. And he was sneaking me into his gym because we couldn't afford to get both of us a membership. So he was sneaking me into his gym, so we went at night when whoever was managing the gym wasn't there, because it was a 24-hour fitness. And so we were going there, and when it was over, and we started getting, like, I started feeling, it made me uncomfortable, like, to have to do that. I don't like stealing, and I don't like taking things that we're not supposed to have. And he said, well, I'm allowed to have a guest, but the person should be there. And there was a lot of, like, I would have been covered, but it all felt very covert to me, and I didn't want to be a part of that. So as soon as we found a great deal, which was at Planet Fitness, and I'm not going to say I'm not a commercial, I'm not their spokesperson, clearly, not yet anyway. But when I started there, everyone was really kind, and they have a really great guest policy, so we can just go together all the time, and we don't have to spend a lot of money, but we have to go together, and that's fine, because it's something that we now do together every day now it's 5 days a week, so it's now something that we do 5 days a week together that's better for both of us. And it costs less than just one membership at the other place. So we're excited with how this is working out. He's getting into better shape, which is great for him, and I'm getting into a shape which is great for me. Plus, I'm staying healthy, and you should exercise and be in as well shape as you can be before any surgery anyway. It helps your body heal. It helps a lot of stuff, so I don't mind doing it. I feel good about how it's going. Now, that all being done, we started 2 days a week, and now we're up to 5, which is fantastic, and it's about an hour a day that we go, which is great for both of us. I feel stronger. I no longer huff and puff up my stairs, and I get a lot of things done. But after the stress echo, like I was saying, glad this outline's here because I would have forgotten. After the stress echo, my leg hurt a little, and then it hurt a lot. And I was supposed to have an appointment that day with my regular doctor, but that got canceled. So while I was at the hospital, which is truly a hilarious story, and if you know me or you want to know about it, call me one day and I'll tell you about how it went. But it hurts. It hurts bad. If I stand for a long time, it hurts. If I walk for too long, it hurts. If I move in certain positions, hurts. Oddly enough, it doesn't hurt when I sit, but that's not great if you're going to the gym every day. So before, when I was on the treadmill with not a very steep incline, I was moving up. It goes up in increments of 0.5, and I was up to 1, and that's as good as it's getting. But I'm doing that for about 35 minutes a day at a pretty good speed and covering about 2 miles at a time, which, in half an hour, it may not be great for some, but for me, it's pretty awesome. But with it walking and my leg hurts, and the first thing I wanted to do was quit and be like, well, I'm just not going to go to the gym today, or I'm just not going to do, the treadmill because I don't like it anyway, and now I can do weights, and at least I'm still going. But then I thought, you have a heart problem, so you have to do the cardio, and it sucks. So I tried walking on the treadmill, and it was painful and a nightmare. But since I figured I can sit and do it, and sit and my leg feels fine, I sat on a bike and pedaled for my cardio, and now I'm doing, aside from the fact that bike riding is nice, and if you have something to watch on a TV in front of you, also very nice. The other thing is, I'll cover about 2 miles in a 35-minute walk, and in a 35-minute walk, that's with the cooldown included. It's 30 minutes and then 5 minutes of cooldown. But if I take the bike out for 35 minutes, that's 8 miles. And that's also with the 5-minute cooldown, so that's pretty nice. I feel like the gains are amazing. So I think I might just interchange. Once my leg gets better, then I'll go back and forth from bike to treadmill to bike to treadmill, so I don't get bored with one or the other. But if you have a problem and it feels like it's going to be easy for you to quit working out because, I've got an injury, and your doctor doesn't tell you that you should stop, then you can mitigate that by finding something else to do. I did, and I'm incredibly lazy, and I don't like to do lots of stuff, so that is a takeaway for anybody that feels like quitting. Also, anyone that thinks bariatric surgery is easy, you don't know what you're talking about. One, yes, it's easy to lay down and get a surgery. The day itself is great, but if that's all you had to do, that would be fantastic. But as I've just stated, you've seen the 3 to 4 weeks before the surgery what happens, and the 3 to 4 weeks after the surgery what happens. I did not discuss the previous 6 months of work that I've also put in that you have to do with dietary, nutrition, and a psychiatrist, plus cardiologist and endocrinologist to make sure that this is something that's going to work for you and that you can succeed at. I think the best thing that one of the doctors, and the guy that I think will be performing my surgery, said, bariatric surgery isn't a magical fix that makes you skinny. It's like having a piece of exercise equipment in your home. You could get thin on a treadmill every day. If you have an elliptical and you put yourself to the work, you can do that every day. You have to work at it every day to make it be positive and work for you. However, if you have that piece of equipment and you cover it with clothes and you never use it, just having the equipment itself doesn't do anything for you. You have to use it, and bariatric surgery is like that. You have to use it. You have to stay strict to your diet. You have to take your vitamins. You have to have your fluids and take care of yourself, or you will not succeed. I need to succeed. Beyond that, I want to succeed. I need to succeed. It's my overall health and the future of my family. It's important to me, and I need all of that to happen. So, that being said, I think the next video I'm going to have will have to do with after I meet the cardiologist and see what they say. And then, once that starts, I'll start checking in. You'll be seeing me with my boost, or with my non-calorie beverage. So Thursday. So, if you have any questions, send them to me. You can message me or whatever. If you have anything you want to know that I can ask you, or at least give you a link to, because if I don't have an answer, I am not going to give it to you. I don't make stuff up, and I'd rather not have somebody yelling at me because something they did was wrong. So if you have questions, get to me and I will send you a link, or if you want to know how to best navigate the healthcare system in the area in which I live, I can help you because I can help you because I've been through a lot of it, so I know how a lot of it works, and a lot of it requires diligence and effort and advocating for yourself and to get a lot of things done. And I say to everyone, stay healthy. If you are, however, like an internet troll that's got nothing better to do but like sit behind and make cracks at people or do rude stuff, I don't do that either. I'll remove that because I don't have the time and no one else should. Make your life better. Don't try to make someone else's worse. It doesn't help, and it just makes you look like really stupid and incredibly lazy. So, that all being said, I hope to hear positive messages, and I guess that will be that until the next time. I'm going to create also a bank of all the first videos I did, some of them because they'll probably be pretty hilarious. They're a little freeform because I thought this is going to be easy, and then once I realized it wasn't going to be, I had to change my format. But once I've got a substantial amount of videos I feel are positive out for what I've been doing and the journey for the bariatric surgery, then going to the ostomy takedown, then going to them closing my abdomen, like once I have enough of those all together, then I'll create just a bank of all those other ridiculous, silly things. Some of them will be funny outtakes. You'll get to meet some people that were here or that walked by while I was doing a video, so you'll probably see my husband in the background, my dog. But that's going to be for a later date. But this is where we start now, and we're just going to say this is number 1. And after March, I think it's March 10th, after then, when I meet with cardiology, then I will have another I'll have another video of what it was like to go to the cardiologist, what they said, and what that means. Hopefully my heart is well enough to take the surgery. I mean, it was well enough to take having my abdomen opened and having an ostomy put in and all of that. So hopefully it'll be well enough to take this surgery. And then we'll say where I go from there once I start to get the new info. Until then, stay well.